Hello pilots and welcome back to another X-Wing flight video brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil and today we have Resistance versus the Empire. It is a round of Scramble the transmissions. We got myself versus Ned. This is a 50-point game. Really looking forward to this because we can get triple defenders on the table again, which is amazing. But let's have a quick run through those lists that we have on the table. So, for the Resistance, Ned is going with quite a chunky list. He has Chewbacca in the Falcon with Notorious, Finn, Deadman switch, Hotshot Tail Blaster, and Ray's Millennium Falcon title. Really tricksy in there. Chewbacca's ability, Notorious, Finn. I absolutely love it. We've got Temmin Wexley in the T-70 with Heroic, BB Astromech, Integrated S-Floors, and the Heavy Laser Cannon. I have a terrible track record against T-70s. I just can't seem to get to grips with them. They always seem to outfox me. So, can I change that here? And also, he has 3 Resistance Y-Wings. He's got a New Republic Patrol with Automated Target Priority, Dorsal Turret, and Angle Deflectors. Aftab Ackbar with Dorsal Turret Laser Bomb, which is something we don't see very often, and Angle Deflectors, and Kai Threnalli with Dorsal Turret Seismic Charges, Delayed Fuses, and you guessed it, Angle Deflectors. Very much a piece that Ned is trying to obviously make the most of there, and we'll come on to a little bit more about that in a moment. But on the other side, we have 3 defenders. You can fit 3 defenders in the list again. Love it. Absolutely love the defender. Is it a competitive list? Probably not. Is it a fun list? Definitely. So I'm all about fun. All about having fun on the table. So we've got Wexley with marksmanship, fire control systems, jamming beam, proton rockets, and the munitions failsafe. We've got Countess Ryad with fire control systems and proton rockets. We have an Onyx Squadron Ace with fire control systems, proton rockets, and the munitions failsafe. So a lot of offense there, not a lot of scoring capabilities, and should they start taking damage, they are going to give up a lot of points on the board. So that's something I'm going to have to be very aware of. But we managed to get triple defenders back on the board, and that is what it's all about. Again, we love just having some fun lists on the table to see exactly what we can do. As I said, it's Scramble the transmission for this one, so it's all about capturing those objectives. Thankfully, it's not about having to lug those objectives around because, well, we know that the Empire doesn't really like doing the heavy lifting. But on the table, we've got Temmin going incredibly speedy down at the bottom there. He is looking to see if he can get a defender icon on the side of his T-70. Whilst at the moment, those New Republics, they are sitting back a little bit. They're just waiting to get in on the action, but they've got a decent spread on their dorsal turrets. You can see that New Republic and Kai have theirs pointed up the board. Aftab has it pointed down, so they've got a really good spread of coverage there. So we'll see how well they can do. But that's an aggressive push forward from Countess Ryad there. Looking to see if she can get some early shots in on Chewbacca and start whistling him down, I can imagine. Onyx Squadron obviously got a similar sort of approach, looking up. Ooh, barrel rolling across. Maybe looking to be a little bit defensive, but also get into a nice position to swing round next turn with a 3 bank. It was quite close to those obstacles there, but Onyx Squadron is going aggressive straight down the middle. Where is Wexley going to go? Wexley is just pushing straight ahead, getting up in behind Onyx Squadron to support there, or possibly, is he going after Temmin? Is he wanting a T-70 on the side of his ship? Now, I'm not sure if the Empire would actually allow you to put markings on your ships, but I suppose if you're a pilot like Wexley or Soontir, they're going to let you get away with a lot of things, to be honest. Ooh, just double checking that. Might actually have range in on Chewie there straight away, but yes, dice are being picked up. We have range 3 on Chewie. It is obstructed. Just the solitary crit. And absolutely no worries for Chewie there. All evaded away. Now, we do apologise. Obviously, the dice are a little bit blurry on the screen. We have been doing more tweaks in the background with our setup, and hopefully in future videos we might actually be able to get that resolved, so we'll have a better dice cam on there again. But yeah, so not much to report in that first round of shooting. Ryab managed to get out of Chewie's archers forward and back, but the initiative swings back over to me, so it's time for these Y-Wings to jump up the board. And let's actually have a look at those Y-Wings, because obviously I don't see the Resistance Y-Wings very often, but there is a reason they've got the angled deflectors, and not just to give them the reinforce on there. So they've got the intuitive interface as their ship ability. After you perform an action, add it to your action bar by a talent, an illicit, or a modification upgrade, you may perform a calculate action. So it's very action efficient there. Whilst you've got one less shield with angled deflectors, getting that reinforce almost acts like a shield in a way, and it gives you that calculate. So that's a pretty good little ability there. Just again, action efficiency is really key on there. And the dorsal turret gives them the rotate as well. So if they rotate, they can get a calculate, which is going to be quite interesting to see. But let's have a look at some of the other pilots. So Aftab Ackbar, Initiative 2. After you execute a red basic maneuver or perform a red action, if you have exactly one stress token, you may gain one strain token to remove that stress token. Considering you don't have a lot of evasion in there anyway, and you've got the potential of a reinforce there, that's not too bad. And then Kai Threnalli, interesting to see if we get this one triggering, but after you fully execute a maneuver, if you move through a friendly ship, you may perform an evade action. We see a lot of people will sort of set Kai up to go first, leapfrog a ship, have another ship go in front. Obviously, it takes a bit of practice to be able to pull that off consistently. But in all honesty, it could just be down to the fact that all 3 of these Y-Wings are only 7 points apiece, and they have got, in this case, 6 health, but they normally have 7. My maths is terrible. So you know what? That's not too bad. 3 ships for 21 points with 18 health and effective 180-degree arcs and some very nasty munitions, seismic charges and blazer bombs. Seismic charge, absolutely love. Blazer bomb, again, don't see it very often, but it is quite fun when it does trigger, and if you can get that just right, that's 2 turns you could be really messing up some pilot's day there. But let's have a look. So Ryad and Onyx have turned in. Ryad is right in behind Chewie now. Chewie did boost to get out of that bullseye, which was probably the right idea. Onyx is there ready to head off Temmin. Ooh, that could be 2 forward from Temmin is not ideal. He is right in Onyx Squadron's bullseye, so he is probably going to be wanting to do some form of boost. I don't think barrel roll would get him out of the bullseye. He can't barrel roll left and up. If he barrel roll down and forward, he might get out of the bullseye, but it would be so very close. And the question is, would it put him out of position? He's, depending on where Wexley goes, he's got a nice line on there for a potential heavy laser cannon, but he's having to move forward, which is going to make that less likely to be on. But he does look to be out of Onyx's bullseye, so he's hopefully going to avoid a rocket there. And it's a very aggressive 4 forward from Rex Labrath there. I mean, there's only one action he's going to take, and that is the focus. He's getting the evade for doing the speed 3 to 5 maneuver, and is now going to unload a proton rocket directly into Temmin. The plus side for Temmin right now, he's not taking double rockets, because that could be very savage. So having to spend the focus and the Mark II ships, that's 3 hits and a crit. That is shields down on Temmin. Early doors. Again, Ned has got to be pretty happy that he's got out of both bullseyes, because that would have been incredibly unfortunate for him. Yeah, just out of the bullseye. Still a range 1 shot from the Onyx Squadron though, so that's still going to be 4 dice with a focus. Oh, that's a big roll. Oh, blank out, but this is where Heroic can come in. Does he spend that focus? There's 2 hits and a crit there, so a direct hit could take out Temmin early doors. And Temmin is 12 points. Oh, he's being risky. He's not doing it. Down to 1, and the crit is weapons failure. I mean, Ned still has a ship, so that is pretty good, but having a weapons failure is less than ideal. Oh, Ryad, that's a poor shot there, but it does get a shield off of Chewbacca and will likely trigger Notorious there. So after you defend, if the attacker is in your firing arc, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, the attacker gains a strain token. Yes, that's a deplete token I put on there. It should be a strain. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure we get that right if is shot at. I think this is Chewie back into Ryad, so no damage there. Had the evade anyway for only 1 potential damage, so, but it's now time to see what Temmin can do. He does have that weapons failure, so unfortunately Ned will have to re-roll that because he's rolled too many dice, so it's just the 3. That's not a bad result actually. It's 2 hits and a crit into Wexley. Wexley does have the evade. He's going to have to spend that. He's still taking 1 shield on that defender there. And obviously looking at the points for 50 points now, it is absolutely crazy. Chewie is 17 points. There's an 18-point loadout, but he is a big old chunk of points. Wexley is 18 points on his own. It just goes to show you how potentially scary the defenders can be in just having 1, and he is 18 points. Ryad and Onyx Squadron are both 16 points. So that's small base ships, I4s, 16 points apiece. So if they start getting hurt, it's a lot of points they are going to ship there. But we've got some fire from those Y-Wings going into Onyx. Fine so far. So no damage coming from those Onyx Squadrons. So those wirings into the Onyx Squadron, they're only getting one hit at a time, so if they could have obviously dropped that evade token out of the way, would have potentially got some damage through, but it's always going to be difficult long range from a Y-Wing against a ship that has so much health. But end of the turn, 6 points in my favour there, thanks to the half points on to Temmin. Not a bad start. No objective captures just yet, but that can't be too far away. These Y-Wings are going to be absolutely perfectly placed to start grabbing some of those objectives. And that is going to be... There's big points in the objectives. Whilst it's slightly lower on overall percentage of the points you can get, 4 points a turn is nothing to turn your nose up at. And, whoa, New Republic has only just managed to fit that right in there. That was tight. The formation is breaking up slightly. Obviously, Chewbacca had to do that boost last round, otherwise he would have been taking a procket at incredibly close range. Whilst Ryad doesn't have marksmanship, you still don't want your large base ships taking prockets at any time of the game. I quite like the spread here for the Y-Wings. I almost feel Neb might wish that his dorsal turrets were pointed up towards maybe Onyx Squadron and Wexley to catch them. But I mean, looking at it, Aftab is quite likely to have a shot. Ooh, looks like Aftab did decide to go for that objective there rather than taking the tokens. I think that's the right idea. If you can start getting those tokens in, start getting those objectives in, that's going to be handy. Let's see, Chewie. Yep. Put the template down. You can see me giggling there. It's like, yeah, we've marked up the Y-Wing, but you still need to put your template down. Looks to be in about the right place. Normally you see people put the template down, move the ship, take the template out, then just pick up that template that's marking the other ship. Honestly, happens far more often than you think. Let's see, this is the second time can I remember not to do that. But there we go, Temmin is running away like a scared little Resistance pilot. Obviously joking, if you're a big fan of Resistance. I mean, you've got 1 health, why would you stick around at the moment? You want to sort of move off, regroup, come back in. Looking at the position, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky to get back in on Temmin if he keeps going so fast. Obviously, the defenders do have great K-turn capabilities, so that is very tight, Ryad. You've only just managed to avoid that rock. Ooh, 2 bank there, fitted like a glove. The big shame here is not going to be able to get that evade, but I do have 2 ships in the bullseye. Don't think that Chewie is going to be in bullseye range for the prockets, unfortunately. I think it's going to be outside of range too. But Onyx Squadron doing the classic Defender 4K there, which is white. Absolutely love it. Ryad can do whatever K-turn she wants because of her ability. But looking to need to leave some space in there for Wexley. Onyx Squadron moving up, so kind of telegraphing that what Wexley is going to do. Maybe didn't need to do that barrel roll, to be honest, but let's see. Well, Wexley can smell peanut gas in the void of space. He has decided that Temmin is not getting away. The hurt is on. He needs to go down 6 points if we can get Temmin down. Oh, 2 hits, 2 evades. Temmin is going to live another turn. Wexley is also now in a bit of an awkward position. He can obviously K-turn back around again next turn because it's white, or he's kind of committed to going in, all in on Temmin. And is that a good use of Wexley's time, basically? But that is Onyx Squadron going into Aftab there. And we do have Prockets online, locked and loaded, going into the New Republic. The Reinforce will trigger because I am fully in the forward arc. But that is 4 going in. So we're definitely going to see... Oh, blank on that is the worst result. So that is going to be all shields and 1 damage onto the New Republic. That's 3 points there for half points. A bit of paint on there, and that would have been only 2 damage because the reinforce would have taken 1, and then he could have spent that calculate on the other. So that is a bit unfortunate. Just checking. Does Chewie have arc towards... I think he might have had arc there, unsure. So, looks like, yeah, he did have arc on Ryad, and that is 1 shield down. And this is a range 1 dorsal turret into Ryad, another shield down. This is where the defenders do struggle. Mass way to fire into them. With no tokens, they are going to start taking that damage, but just 2 shields, not too bad. Kai now going down into Onyx, and that's a shield off Onyx Squadron as well. So all of the defenders have lost a shield at this point. And with the objective scoring, it's 4-9. Ned with the only capture of that round, which is going to give him some good scoring. That brings it back up because he was starting to get a bit of a deficit there with half points on Temmin and the New Republic Patrol. But he's in a really nice spot now to score big. He's got 1 objective already in the bag, so guaranteeing himself basically 2 points a turn. I don't foresee Onyx Squadron or Wexley trying to take that objective back. But we are getting Chewie marked up, so I think that Aftab is about to drop the Blazer Bomb. Again, not something we see very often. So let's have a look at the Blazer Bomb. So at the end of the activation, this device detonates. When the device detonates, each ship and remote at range 0 to 1 rolls 1 attack die. Each ship or remote suffers 1 damage for each hit or crit result. After the device detonates, place a blaze by aligning the blaze guides to the device's tab. The blaze is an obstacle, and after this obstacle is placed, place a fuse marker on it. During the end phase, remove each blaze with no fuse markers, then remove 1 fuse marker from each blaze. So with that blaze, obviously it's an obstacle, so you can take damage on there as well. And it would be really funny if it goes off and there's a ship right there anyway. But Aftab has just done that and gone straight in and bumped into the back of Wexley there. Probably still okay there. Looks like it's taken the red focus. Dorsal is still pointing in, so he's still going to be able to get some shots in towards the middle of the board there. Just going to wait to see where Onyx goes. I have the initiative, which is okay. We'll see who that's actually going to affect the most, whether it's going to be Ryad or Onyx, with Chewie still being there. I think in all fairness, it's probably better for Ryad, because Chewie most likely would have put himself into an incredibly awkward position for Ryad, causing a very unfortunate bump, but we shall see who is going to be moved first. It's going to be the Onyx Squadron first. And, oh, lovely. Managing to avoid the bump there. As we can see, going to be taking something from that Blazer Bomb. Can I squeeze a barrel roll in to not go over the actual Blaze token next turn, though? That is going to be the all-important question. So it lines up. Oh yes, it lines up nicely. I am able to get that barrel roll off. Oh, I did not want to be potentially taking damage from it going off, and then again from the blaze. That would have been really unfortunate. And 4K from, oh no, 4 straight from Ryad. Oh, that is unfortunate. A 4K would have been so much better. But plenty of room to boost. Looks like I wanted to go the other way initially, but plenty of room to boost. So again, potentially still going to take damage from the Blazer Bomb itself, but not going to be affected by the Blaze. Now got a good line in on to Aftab. So got some shots there. Looks like he's going to be doing Temmin next, and then we'll see where Chewie was going to end up. So that was a BB-8 move. BB-8 obviously should have been done in the system phase. So yeah, we do actually have that discussion a little bit later on, and that does get noted that BB is in the system phase. Now, if you need any ship that is going to be effective at running away, Temmin is probably going to be your ship. Temmin with a BB Astromech, who can barrel roll in the system phase, do a speed 2 to 4 maneuver, and perform a boost action. That's such a nippy ship. You can do a 4 forward and boost. You are going to get so far around the board. If you are trying to defend points, he is definitely that ship that you want to have in that defensive position there. So, saying that, if you want to be chasing a ship that is trying to be super defensive, the Defender is not a bad ship to have. It has an incredibly speedy dial as well. So with the Defender, you do get the 2 through 5 forward, which are blue. You've got all the banks as well, so you can get around quite quickly. You've got the boost and the barrel roll. Do a speed 3 to 5, you're going to get that evade token as well, to do the evade action. So, yep, would appear that I am solely focused on Temmin now. I do not want to leave a wounded ship fly back to its base and give away vital Empire information. But Blaze Bomb is going off, so for Chewie is going to take a damage from that. No damage Wexler, no Riot, no damage Onyx Squadron, so all good from my guys there. That Blaze token is going to go down. It's going to be annoying for Onyx Squadron because he's not really going to be able to turn back into the fight up there. He's going to spend a bit of time trying to re-engage. I mean, a 2 or 3 forward. Trying to figure out where that stress token is from. That should be with Aftab, who I believe bumped and did a red focus into the back of Rex Labrath. So it should be with Aftab, but a lot has gone on since then. But here we go, Rex Labrath. Oh, just the one. That's not great. And there's the evade. Temmin lives another day. Will I ever break this duck against T-70s? I just do not have much luck against them. But just checking, no shot from Onyx Squadron, so it is going to be range 1 from Countess Riot into the back of Aftab, and that is an awful shot. Just the one, but it does go through, so that is shields down on Aftab. Again, getting those locks in would be lovely. I know that it's asking a lot. I would love if the defender, yes, you get that evade if you do the speed 3 to 5. I would love if the defender had a linked action on there, but that would be, you definitely wouldn't be getting 1 for 16 points if you had a linked action in there. Little bump onto Riot there, but it's range 1 from Chewie. Spending the evade, no damage onto Ryad. And that, I think, is going to be the only shot that way. Aftab has... The dorsals are facing the wrong way for New Republic and Kai. But New Republic and Aftab can get long-range shots into Wexler, just the one, all evaded. Ooh, spending that focus, all absolutely fine. Didn't need to spend the evade, but you know what? It's the last shot that was going in, so you can just do it just to be a bit like, nope, you are not scratching this defender's paint job. But at the end of that, no more points scored for myself. Very little damage, just 1 shield off Aftab, but Ned has the central and that bottom objective, and the top, he's got all the objectives, so that is 4 big points for him, bringing it 8 to 9. I'm going to need to start grabbing that objective or taking some ships out, otherwise Ned is going to easily jump up past me. If I don't take 2 objectives off him, he's going to be on 12 points. So starting to see a little bit of a flaw in my plan here. But initiative gone back over towards Ned, going into turn 5, 24 minutes remaining, 8 points to 9 in my favour. Blaze Bomb, Blaze token is still there. Aftab turning in back into the centre of the board. Possibly looking to do some protection there of those central objectives. But let's see what these Y-Wings can do. It's getting quite clustered in there. So where can Kai go? Oh, looks like... Oh, I thought Kai might have been triggering their ability there, but it does not look like it. So obviously if you move through a friendly ship, you may perform an evade action. My understanding of that was the maneuver template would need to go over not just your base. Ooh, New Republic is coming down. That's going to be incredibly close there. Oh, and once again, another lovely position, not clipping that debris cloud there. Always got to acknowledge some nice play when you see it. But we've got two dorsals pointing into that gap towards where Temmin currently is, which likely enough is where Wexley will eventually be, but it looks like we've got a bump from Chewie here. Two turns, two bumps, manages to keep it off the obstacle though. And no damage in that bump either. Now, how fast is Temmin going to go? Rebank. Do we see a barrel roll or a boost? He can do the free boost, to be honest. No, just taking that focus. I think that might be the right choice. Doing the boost potentially gets you too close to where that Onyx squadron could end up. Ryad just doing a small move, sacrificing the shot to grab that objective. Right call at this point, because that objective, it's only going to give me 2 points, but I need to start scoring on the objectives. Question is, boost or barrel roll from Onyx Squadron here? How badly does he want to try and get that shot into Temmin? You can see me debating what to do at the table, and even now I'm looking at it, sometimes it's so hard. Where will the top players will have this in their minds straight away, knowing, right, if I do this, it's going to be exactly there. I am nowhere near that level. So I'm trying to think. Barrel roll, I don't think would get me in arc. Looking at it now from this angle here, I do not think a barrel roll will get me in arc. A boost is probably going to be the best option. Daredevil would have been amazing at this point. Daredevil would 100% get me lined up, but we don't have talents on the Onyx. And yet that looks like I've got myself in line. Going very fast there with Wexley. I don't think much I can do is going to get me into a boost or put me in an awful position next turn. A barrel roll. Looking at next turn, I don't think Rex has got... Remaneuvering with Wexley is not going to be a good idea. It'll put me in an awful position next turn. Unless I boosted forward. But yeah, Rex's a 3 forward would have been better there. 3 forward boost would have been perfect. Could have reacted, could have swung in, got some shots elsewhere, but right now I'm looking at it. Boosting forward would put me in Chewie's arc, which would be bad. So just going defensive, taking the focus, probably, thinking about it, should have taken the lot, but the focus could be handy. So no shots from Wexley this turn. It's going to go down to Chewie and Temmin. They're going to get the first shots. Chewie has nothing. Temmin has heavy laser cannon lined up onto Onyx. This is the kind of shot you want. That's not bad. 3 hits from the heavy laser cannon. Spending the evade, only shot you're going to take, spend it. Although he's saying that Aftab might have a shot, but it'll be very long range, but that is, in normal circumstances, it's perfect. You get rid of the defender's token. All 2 from Onyx. Is this the time? No! Natural evades from Temmin Wexley. He survives another round. How is this T-70 just tanking all of those shots? Unobstructed range 2 there from the New Republic. Nope, nothing. Did I just waste an evade there? Unobstructed range 2 from Kai, nothing. Range 3, unobstructed. Of course, it's the range 3 that's going to get all of the results, but got the focus, got the evade. No more damage into these defenders. But points-wise, those defenders are now in the reverse. It's 12 points to 11 in Ned's favour. Objectives are really playing their part here. Temmin just not going down. At what point do I just ignore Temmin and think there is plenty of points elsewhere? New Republic has 3 health. That's easily takedownable. Aftab is 1 away from half. That's 3 points. Kai, it's a Y-wing. It's not a lot of evades. Chewie is not far off. Chewie just needs 3 more damage, and he is then also 4 damage, then he's at half. So there's plenty of other points there. And Chewie, half points on Chewie is 8 points. 8 points for Chewbacca at half. But we're just double checking here the BB. See, is it system phase or when you reveal your dial? It used to be before you activated, but now it is in the system phase. So just getting that double checked. But yeah, here we go. Here is the BB boost. So interesting position there from Temmin. Really nice position just to keep running away. Wexler's not really in a position to turn in. Could do a hard turn in, but Ryad's going to take a little bit of time to get back in as well. Surprisingly, or not surprisingly, no seismic charges dropped. All of those resistance ships clustered right there in the middle of the board. Not been a good opportunity to drop the seismic charge yet from Kai. It's a shame because I do love a good seismic charge. So also, initiative is in my favour. Do I think it's going to be beneficial? It's going to make it tricky because I'm going to really want to know where Temmin is going. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to try and figure that out and hope that I get myself into the right position here with Onyx Squadron. Ryad just doing the 3k to get turned back around and boosting in. Love the fact that Ryad can do all of the K turns as white. Makes her very flexible. But let's see. So it is a 4k from Onyx Squadron Now, where is Temmin going to go? What do I do to try and react to that? Do I boost? Do I barrel roll? What do I do? Oh, it's the boost. Are we expecting Temmin to shoot off down the board and away here? Have I got that right? No, that was not the right call. Absolutely not the right call. Temmin Wexley with the Talon roll. Absolutely poor as all that. I was so close to barrel rolling towards the edge of the board as well. If I'd have barrel rolled, that would have been absolutely perfect. I would have blocked that. Or even if I'd have barrel rolled back, and maybe Temmin would have sat in front of me and I would have had a perfect range one shot there to use those profits. Now I am in a resistance sandwich. I am in a very dangerous resistance sandwich. And not only that, Chewie has Finn on board. So he's got that lock now onto Onyx, so he's going to be able to add a blank result. So this is essentially a 5 dice shot that I'm going to have to take from Chewbacca. Can I survive that? But we will obviously go to Wexler first to his K-turn and capture that objective. So I now have 2 to 1. But some very poor shooting there. Obviously too focused on that objective there. No shots from Onyx, but we do have a range 3 shot from Ryad into Aftab. Just 1 needed. That's a hit crit. That is the one that we needed. That is a crit onto Aftab. That's half points there. That's another 3 points. Spoke of that at the beginning of the round. That's kind of basically what I needed to get someone there. Damage sensor array as well onto Aftab. Would have preferred maybe a structural damage or a direct hit. Anything. Oh, that is into Onyx. I've got the evade. Reasoning there. It can only change 1. May as well spend it whilst I've got it. Otherwise, you never know, I could get all evades on the next one. So that's 3 hits. Add in the back. Oh, that is brutal. That was cocked, so that is going to be 2 hits and a crit. So Onyx Squadron is very much half pointed, and that is a big load of points. There's 8 points shipped on the Onyx Squadron. There is a crit in there, but we didn't actually hear what the crit was on the mic, so unfortunately don't know what that was. But more importantly, I'd got myself into a good position there, taking a bit of a lead, and half points on a defender is brutal. 8 points for half points on a defender. It's going to take a bit of work now to bring that back. We're going to have to see how possible that is actually going to be. But still more shooting to come from the Resistance as well. The Y-Wings are up. And that was into Wexler spending the evade there. That was, I believe, the New Republic. That was the only shot he really had. But Aftab and Kai, can they double team to finish off the Onyx Squadron? He's only got 2 left. 1 evaded. Just the 1, so Onyx will be up. Just checking, does look to be obstructed. And the evades come in. Onyx Squadron does survive that round, but Ooh, 8 points shipped there, and that's going to put it 22 to 18 in Ned's favour. Just over 3.5 minutes left on the timer, going into round 7 right now. This is a tricky position. I'm scoring current. I've got 4 points potential there if the objectives aren't captured back. Onyx is in a lot of pain. Not far away from being taken down. I need to start taking ships down. New Republic and Aftab only got 3 hull left. That's a great place to start. Temmin, yeah, he's only got 1, but maybe it's time to ignore Temmin. Ooh. 1 forward from Kai there. Not bad. I think very likely going to still be able to get a shot there. It's going to be very tricky unless it's 3-bag boost with Onyx to get out of there. But when you've only got 3 ships, you need those ships to be as efficient as possible. And I think, I'm not going to lie, I absolutely loved this game. Running 3 defenders is really fun. They are great ships. In the way the game is now set up, I don't think, unless your 3-ship build has some way of doing multiple shots, veteran turret gunner, or other gunners on there, or you've got bombs or bonus attacks, you are putting yourself at a disadvantage. Yes, those shots can be quite powerful, but focus firing down with just 3 is difficult. Objective-wise, only having 3 small base ships is also going to put you at a disadvantage. Ned's got more pieces that he can go, you know what? Does this ship need a focus this turn? Does it need to rotate? Does it need to barrel roll? Can it just grab that objective? Fantastic. Really good point scoring capabilities there. But you know what? 3 defenders, I do very much feel wins the rule of cool. And I will fly 3 defenders again in the future. Absolutely no shadow of a doubt there. I love having the defenders on the board. So, but we still got the rest of this turn to go. It's not over yet. Chewie is about to bump into the back of the Onyx squadron. He has taken that top objective up there, so currently with no other objectives being grabbed, it's going to go 26 to 20. Not sure if I'm going to be in a position to grab another objective, but that would be ideal. That would be 24-22 on objectives, ignoring any dice results. So no damage goes through. Ned is winning this one regardless. You never know, maybe Rexy can steal that top one and Raya can get in there real quick and steal that bottom one, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, not doing a 4 forward, just having a look, seeing if either of them would have fit. So, 4 and 5 forward would have landed on the debris. Actually doing the 3-bang, slightly awkward position there. Ooh, although that was very close on the other side there. Which is a shame. I would have loved to have done a 5 forward, got right in behind. And just out of range of that central objective, so unable to take it back. So very close there. And K-turn from the Onyx squadron. Gonna grab that evade. Love that ability. Again, another thing with defenders, you get a free evade for doing 3 to 5 speed maneuvers. Can make you a little bit obvious. But getting a lovely shot in their range 1 into Aftab could initiative kill here. Timer is up, so knowing that repositioning isn't really going to change a huge amount of things. But grabbing that objective back, thank you so much. We've got 2 ships to take out 1 Y-Wing. Take out that Y-Wing, that's 6. That's another 4 points. So the potential 8 points. 24, 26. That's if none of my ships take any more damage. But there is 4 ships potentially pointing at Wexley right now. But range 3 from Wexley into Aftab. 2 hits. Oh! Cheeky Aftab with the focus. But that's where you have it. So, we've got Chewie is up next. No shot from Temmin. He is surviving this round. Surviving this game again. T-70s. Need to research them. Need to get better against them. But ooh, Chewie 3 hits, and that is into Wexley. Wexley with 1 shield left, 1 above half, and no tokens. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad. Oh, blank out. Aftab does go down. So that is another 4 points for me there. Here we go. This is looking promising. No more damage, and I should be okay. But Aftab goes down 4 more points, 22 apiece. Objective score is going to take it 22 to 26. Ryad, I think we saw a minute ago, has no shots and no chance to hit New Republic. Oh, but that's a really good range 1 dorsal turret into Wexley. Just missed it by 1. Oh, and Wexley is so many points. Wexley is 18 points. That's 9 big points for Ned there. That has definitely sealed the game there. Oh, looks like apologies, looks like Rad might have a shot. Not that it did anything, but still, got to roll some dice, so happy about that. But yeah, oh, that's big. And there's still another ship to shoot at Wexley. Are we losing a defender? Are we losing a defender right here, right now? It's not nice. So, hit crit. That crit is a hull breach, so Wexley. Final shot is blank out. Wexley does survive, but ouch. Again, another downside to defenders, they are incredibly expensive. 18 points for Wexley, 16 for Countess and Onyx. But I will tell you this, I will definitely fly triple defenders again in the future. Great fun. What a fantastic game with Ned. Really enjoyed that. 33 to 26 in the end there. Great objective scoring from Ned, getting some early, 12 points there on that. And whilst he didn't take out a defender, I think getting a defender down to 1 point is almost worth 2 kills elsewhere. So fantastic game there, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We've still got plenty of action still to come. Many games being recorded, so don't worry, we are not going anywhere. We've got some Legion coming up soon in the future as well, but X-Wing is still got a home on the channel. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.